Hey everybody, Eric for President here, and happy start to OC6. Safe travels to everyone on their way and there already, and I can't wait to hear some stories from all my friends there. But that's not what you're here for. You are here because you know the drill. We have 5 stories to go over that you may have missed the past couple days in VR. We have Oculus possibly adding features present on the Valve Index currently. We have a killer app right now out for the Oculus Quest that you need to hear about. We have some sad VR delays and more. As always, leave a like to support my beer fund. I'm Eric for President. Let's get right into the VR news. So Friday's video will cover OC6 in detail, so I'll see you then. But to answer the question many of you have been asking, here's where you can view OC6 while it is happening before we get started with the video. The opening keynote should take around 2 hours and be mostly VR focused, so don't miss out. You should be able to see that live via the Oculus page link in the description, and you will only need to provide a name and email. Once the keynote is done, it will be available on the Oculus YouTube page as well though. But moving on to the news is the first of 2 big Oculus stories today. We have an amazing new health app for the Oculus Quest many of you have been wanting for a long time, and it is here. YUR, spelled Y-U-R, a VR fitness company, secured $1.1 million in pre-seed funding. While established a bit already on PC VR, YUR is now officially making a software available for the Oculus Quest. This software tracks calories burned while in any VR game, not just certain ones, while using your Oculus Quest, and even extends the info to a mobile app that syncs up with your iOS or Android health apps. While functionality is now limited, future plans are really ambitious. Once tracking is refined and how the data is collected and used over the use of the app, they hope in the future to use this tracking to actually provide VR health and fitness recommendations directly to you. The ambition on this is huge, and I am excited to see it take off because fitness and VR has huge potential to do a lot of good for the community, and now I'll have more of an excuse to my wife why gaming is good for me and another beer won't hurt. As of now, download this off of SideQuest alone, and it is not Oculus Quest supported directly yet. Links will be in the description, but let me know what you think of this fitness app and VR in the comments.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
In a quick update to my last video, the new Pistol Whip trailer released, and boy, I just love the music in this trailer. But there is some really important info about this that I asked the developers, and honestly, this could be a monster hit ready to take over VR. Pistol Whip in the trailer was confirmed to be coming to all major headsets, and yes, that does include the Oculus Quest. Pistol Whip will be releasing in November 2019 and will be a cross-buy title, so if you buy it on the Oculus Rift S, you will also have it for your Quest. However, in news not shared from the trailer, I reached out to Cloudhead, asking if there would be custom song support. For a rhythm game's longevity and replayability, new songs and ideally custom songs are mandatory for success. And while not confirming it, it is great to see they understand the need for custom tracks, and seems to me like this is going to happen. In the event it does, I see this giving Beat Saber some much needed competition, and I could only imagine a John Wick orchestrated through the fire and flames fight. That would be nuts. I'll update this as new info comes in. Before hitting the second Oculus story, the one I am most excited to talk about, we do need to have some unfortunate VR gaming news. The much anticipated action stealth game Espire 1 is delayed with no definite timetable other than fall 2019. This is now the 3rd public delay of this game, with this delay coming a day before launch, with the delay reported to be for some lingering performance issues that they wanted to iron out before release. I really want your thoughts on this in the comments because on one hand, you only get one chance for first impressions, and I run the mindset of releasing a game when it is ready, not when it can be released. And for that, I applaud the Espire 1 team for not releasing a game with issues. However, 3 delays raise a lot of concerns that go beyond quality control, especially one a day before release and radio silence from Espire 1 up until this minute. I know Espire 1 team is a small team that does not have much experience in the past, but I am still rooting for them for this game and will review it when it comes out, but I fear expectations are only raising on this game that will ultimately affect reviews. The pre-order incentive for this game also seems like a poor choice given the numerous delays, but those are just my thoughts. Let me know yours down in the comments. In the second to last story for the day, one that I am very excited about of a recent Facebook acquisition that may provide some future radical changes to the Oculus landscape. That being finger tracking. As of now, the Valve Index has native finger tracking, of course, with the Valve Index controllers, and HTC and the Cosmos has an active APK that is going to work with the Cosmos for finger tracking as well. While the latter is more proof of concept, Oculus stands as the only major VR player without much talk or applications of finger tracking. On September 24th, Facebook finalized a deal to acquire a New York-based startup called Ctrl-Labs, which has been developing an R-band that can track the user's fingers. It does this by reading electrical signals inside the arm, and based on how your tendons and muscles of your arm position over time with machine learning, it converts all this to position changes in your fingers. This, best of all, requires no cameras, so not only would tracking work from all angles and have less reliance on the cameras, but would also require way less processing power to accomplish. Ctrl-Labs will be joining Facebook Reality Labs team, the largest known research division in the world. While technology like this, in my opinion, is far out to be included in your daily VR accessory arsenal, I believe Oculus will try to incorporate tracking like this before any VR entity out there will. If I can get something like this plus some haptic feedback, that is one step closer to the virtual reality oasis. And in the final story, basically some opinions for myself. It has been a wonderful year for headsets. It's been a wonderful year for just hardware in general. I have enjoyed it, the buzz, the marketing. It's been a good time for VR, and a lot of people have gotten into it who never would have before because of the Quest. However, I'd like to see from Oculus 6, my personal hope is software related. I want to see more software for the headsets. I want to see them take all this hardware and all these people who now dived into VR themselves, and I want them to bring it together, make it a cohesive Oculus brand, a cohesive experience that adds immersion and a lot of reasons just to jump back in, because that's one thing that I've talked about daily. Although I have a lot of fun, I find myself playing games that I started playing out when I got my HTC Vive for that matter. I'd like to see some new experiences that pull me back day in and day out, and I think something with social is going to be, basically a social VR experience is going to be presented at Oculus, and if they can find some way to make a social-based experience off the Oculus platform, which I highly believe they are doing, that's my biggest hope from OC6, but that's going to be happening about a few hours after this video drops, so I'm going to be updating you all on Friday. Friday's video will be all OC6 related, all the news stories that you need to know in a very short time frame, so I hope to see you then. But as always, let me know what you think about this video. What stories did you enjoy the most? What are you looking forward to in the VR landscape? I'm Eric for President. Please leave a like to support the video. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss an upload. And I'm going to see you guys on the next one. VR Space Cowboys.